So I did like a video of street interviews at the Trump thing, and I think
how was that?
people were pretty pumped about it. That one got pretty good response. People are always kind of like, even at shows and stuff, probably the most thing people always tell me is to go do the street interviews again.
Yeah.
But one of the things I always like, I think a lot of people, this happens every year where they're just like, oh, you're not doing them anymore. And it was just winter. Like it was straight up like doing street interviews in New York in the winter sucks because no one wants to talk to you. Like on top of the fact that we're cold, which is whatever,
also
we can
sucks.
get by.
Yeah.
But it's like, the problem is you talk to people and they're all like rushing to where no one wants to stop and talk to you. So it's just like, so a lot of times I've done a few where I do sketches that have like little parts that, I do like half and halves.
Yeah.
I do a lot of those.
Yeah.
But I never do the big ones. But anyways, the reason I'm bringing it up is we were there on Thursday, and then Friday, that's when the guy lit himself on
missed
fire.
The guy who lit himself on fire.
By a day. What? Dude, there was this like female reporter that was sitting in the tent that if you watch the video, I go up to...
Chick from CNN?
I think so.
Yeah.
Was it CNN? And then I go up to them and I was whispering because everyone was like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, you ever got booed? And I was like, who's that? Who's that girl? And I'm just like, I'm kind of, I don't know if it was in the video, but I was basically saying to them like, listen, we're just a couple guys doing press here. You know? Like, we got to work together. Like I can give you my leads and you give me your leads or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That was the gist of it. And they're all just like, she's currently on air. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I actually wasn't being that disruptive, but had people, they were on edge that I was just there. They're just like, please go away.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hey, this is the press tent. I keep getting sent over to the press tent.
And you were allowed to be there?
Not really. The cops, no one really knew what to do with me. But they kept sort of saying, you can't go here, you can't go there. And then the police kept sending me to the press tent.
Okay.
And the press tent people kind of kept being like, get out of here. So everyone's kind of just like, beat it. So I kept just kind of going to different places for like 5 or 10 minutes and then leaving. But in that area where you seen the video where that girl goes, there's someone who lit himself on fire. There's an active shooter. She starts yelling, there's an active shooter.
At first she goes, there's an active shooter. And then she did like the sports play-by-play. She's like, he's currently on fire. He's burning. He's burning. He's burning. He's burning. He's burning. And he's down. Down goes the fireman. Yeah, everybody was fucking clowning her a bit for her play-by-play. He's burning. He's burning. People are running around. Nobody knows what's going on. He's burning. He's burning. He's burning.
And the bystanders are not liking what they see right now.
Oh, and it smells like shit out here. The smell of burning flesh.
It appears there was not an active shooter. That was a miss on my part, but we're going to try to get this right moving forward. Yeah,
that guy was crazy. They all are. You have to be crazy.
I've been trying to look into that one. The first part that I'll say is the level that people are burning themselves on fire is going down pretty quickly. I swear to God, like it started out people protesting like wars. Now it's a guy like protesting crypto. In a week, you're gonna turn on the TV and it's gonna be a guy protesting Arby's changing their hours. It's like out of control.
If it's effective, it's effective. The problem is it's not effective.
People protesting that Amazon discontinued a size of the sock that they like.
I mean, like the one dude, everybody they point to the one guy the monk who lit a Tibetan.
He was the OG.
In like during Vietnam, and they go, see, that worked, and you go, maybe it did, maybe it just
might have helped,
but maybe it helped, but it
was iconic.
Yeah, but these people, it's not working.
No, it's not really making that much of a dent.
No, I said that they should, if someone actually lit themselves on fire to protest like mental health awareness kind of thing, that might do something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's crazy the extent to which it's just a social contagion. Like it's straight up like, that's why they don't show suicides on TV. And like every time they do like publicize mass shootings, it makes it worse. Like so much of that stuff is just social contagion.
You think we'll be seeing more of the...
Well, they're all 10-minute miles, right? It's or 10. Yeah. What's that? 4-minute miles. It's all the... Or 10 sec, I don't know what it is.
4-minute miles.
4-minute miles. It's all people like, oh, I wouldn't even think to do that. And then you're just like, it's on the table now, right?
Yeah.
So that's what so many people do. But the interesting thing to me was this one, I swear I knew this guy. Like that name, I was like, I feel like I've seen this guy cooking around online or something. I don't know how, I don't know what, but like I swear that I recognize this guy's name from this and that.
Okay.
Maybe we've seen articles he wrote or whatever, because I think he worked for the Democratic Party at one point.
Yeah, he had a Substack, but he's just like some lunatic. Right?
Well,
his whole thing was he's like, the Trump and Biden are literally are playing characters. They're actually like friends, and they're just literally like wrestling characters, and fascism's like coming to America. And I mean, some of the stuff he said, you're like, yeah, it is a bit of a kleptocracy. And
well, a lot of it was the biggest thing that none of the press, because I read like 5 articles trying to figure out what exactly was going on.
Yeah.
And none of them, and then I read his actual Substack, and it's interesting, like, it's funny nowadays when you can always actually see the actual thing because the internet, you're like, they're reporting on something, and then you can just go read it yourself, and you're just like, so you didn't mention any of the like his main point at the top, like a big selling point for him was Peter Thiel started crypto, and crypto is essentially it's like a Ponzi scheme, and it's like run by billionaires to extract the wealth, and the government's involved. And I don't know the intricacies of it, but it was very like crypto Peter Thiel oriented. And then I look at Fox News basically said nothing about why that happened, nothing about the crypto or anything. They're like, he was a Democrat that worked for Bernie. They were kind of saying that. They go, they wouldn't. One thing he did is he took his flyers and he threw the Substack in the air.
Yeah. He printed out his pamphlets.
Which is pretty funny. Promo.
Yeah. I mean, hey, man.
That's what I'm going to do. No one wants to come to my comedy show. Here's the tickets, and then I burn myself on fire.
Yourself on fire.
Yeah, so Fox wouldn't mention anything. The Independent, CNN didn't mention anything. Like, this is what the Independent said. Recently, he started posting anti-establishment conspiracy theories, including a lengthy article on Substack, which blasted politicians and billionaires. So his thing, like, Independent basically saying, like, he's a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
And then Examiner was the only one that ever said what I saw with my own eyes.
About
the Examiner was the only article that resembled what I read from his Substack, and it said cryptocurrency played a central role in his wide-ranging conspiracy theory, claiming it was an economic doomsday device intended to implement an apocalyptic global fascist coup.
Yeah, all right.
Speaking of guys that were saying crazy things, shout out to Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Because he fucking took that fight, and it was actually a pretty sick fight.